Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zep, and today we are listening to an artist. Again, it may seem random, but given the movie of the guy just came out, it's not really random. I figured, I'd actually give some of his stuff a go because I never have. We're reacting to Elvis Presley Blue Suede Shoes. Now, I have not seen the movie yet. I don't know what songs are in the movie, so before people think I may be faking this, and it's like, oh, well, you've seen the movie, so this is in the movie. I don't know if this is in the movie. I know a couple of his songs, of course, because how can you not know a couple of his songs? I tried to pick out a name where I had no knowledge of it whatsoever, just to try and find one that's, not everybody's reacting to. But the film just came out, and with the film coming out, I've always kind of been sort of interested in the history of the guy, but when the film came out, I sort of got it reinvigorated my interest in him, and I just thought he was a fascinating character who, despite his flaws, whether the flaws would be because of the time or because of the way that he may have been as a person, he's certainly an interesting character who done quite interesting music, popularized, is responsible for popularizing a certain genre, and he was the first kind of person that people fanboyed over, and because of that, he was the first person to make all these mistakes, whether it was being abused by a manager or just doing the wrong things, going down the wrong paths, at things that still so many people do, but he was the kind of first one, I think, to be really led down that road, as far as I'm aware at least, on the mainstream, and have it being so well known. Of course, there's other instances of where that happened, like a good example would be, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Judy Garland. Judy Garland would be one, I think, similar to that. But that story, I'd say, isn't as well known. Apologies as well. Something's itching me. I think of like a hair sticking out my nose or something. We have a dog, you see, and the hairs literally get everywhere. So it is annoying, folks. I apologize. But before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to let you know very, very quickly that I do have a limited edition hoodie out. There is only 22 of them left, I believe, at the time of recording. So if you want to pick yourself up one of those, make sure to go to the link down in the description below. The Flux Collection limited edition Zep Zone hoodie. Make sure to consider going and picking one of those up. It would show great support to me, and it's my first ever merch launch. Only 22 of them left. So if you pick up one, I will know that you guys are one of the 22 that supported me, or 25, should I say, that supported me from the beginning. And also, do let me know what songs you should react to next down in the comments below. Any Elvis songs you'd like to recommend to me, do make sure to let me know. Now, before we get into this, folks, one thing I'll make you aware of is that in order to try and avoid copyright, I am not having the audio in this video. I'm going to put a link to the video down in the description below where you can click on that and play it along with me so you can hear what I am reacting to. The reason we're doing that is for me trying to avoid copyright, but also not having to then set up something like a Patreon where I'd have to ask you guys to pay money to watch some of these videos, simply because, I want to be able to earn something off these videos, but I don't want to have to ask you guys to pay money for them, because at the end of the day, they're just reaction videos, and I'm not doing loads of them at the moment, so I don't want to ask that of you guys. So if you please bear with me with this, or at least let me know down in the comments how annoying it is. Like, I understand it's more annoying than me just having the audio playing for you guys, but is it too annoying to the fact where it just takes you out of the reaction completely, and you can't watch it? And if enough of you say that you don't like that way, you don't like the way of it being done, then I will change it. I will change it. I'm open to criticism on it, folks. But ladies and gentlemen, as well, when it comes to that hoodie, a video will play at the end of this video that will show you guys what the hoodie looks like and all that, a little video that I made for it. If you please stick around to the end of the video so you can see that. And without further ado, we are going to get into this Elvis Presley Blue Suede Shoes from the 68 comeback special, 2 minutes 10 seconds. Not much of a long one here. We'll probably do one pause a minute in, and that's about it, just to talk about the song. We're going to play in, folks, in 3, 2, 1, go. Certainly was a character, wasn't he? Really interesting, isn't it? Listen to music from this times. It's like you could be cynical and say it all sounds the same, but this like music was so important to music going forward. Very it's so of its time. A lot of it does sound the same, like the bass riff, the way it plays. It's like there's a million different songs like it, but it's the way he'd sing, being a very talented vocalist, and the charisma that he'd bring to singing it as well. There's a lot of unique elements in there that do sort of elevate it above the pack of music that it was very popular in time at the time and should be adored, but it is of a time that's well and truly gone by. In terms of the progression of music, you could argue rock may be on its way to, in some regard, like that the idea of classic rock and 80s music is sort of making a resurgence in popular music, but you'd never really see this type of music make a resurgence. But I also think that's a credit to this type of music, because not only is it very of its time, but there's so many the essentials of this music that have made its way into music of today, and sort of influence music going forward, like influencing classic rock and all of that. This genre had a massive influence on classic rock, and where this genre came from, music primarily of black people in the 30s and 40s. Would it be blues? Isn't the right term, is it? I think it's blues. Because my head's sort of gone in terms of the terms. I'm terrible for them. But yeah, it's just it's kind of rock. It's where rock and roll came from, and rock leads into 70s rock, and it just to see the way that this music went and the progression of it, and then going back to see it like this is just it's super interesting. And Elvis was such a just charismatic character of this time that for all his issues did pioneer this music going forward. And how many people did he influence and that then made music in the 70s and 80s? The butterfly effect of importance, it can't really be understated here when it comes to him as an artist. But anyway, folks, we're paused at 103. We're currently paused at 103. Let's run this out to the very end, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. We're 103, and we're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, go. Very, very good, folks. Okay, that was Elvis Presley, Blue Suede Shoes. Again, just with this type of music, for me, again, it's never going to be a genre that I absolutely like adore and would listen to all the time. But it's fun music. It's entertaining music. Like if this came on the radio, I'd 100% listen to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just music that's just very almost comforting of a time gone by, even though it's silly to me because I'm born in 1999. So to say it's comforting is a strange one, but there's just something about it where I just find it very relaxing almost to listen to, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it, but it's cheerful. I think it's cheerful and it's uplifting music of a simpler time, I would say. And he is a very good voice, performed it well. I feel like he's the type of guy, in his heyday at least, always performed well. And it was just really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to leave this, make this outro short but sweet. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the reaction. Please let me know what you think. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below what music I should react to next. Please do consider subscribing, as it helps out the channel a lot. And I will see you guys in future. So take care, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Peace.